Hi guys, welcome back to season 2 of House of the Dragon. Here we are. Today is the day. A Son for a Son, episode 1, and we're starting off strong with this title. From the events of episode 10 of season 1, which was premiered 2 years ago, I think, it was absolutely really brutal to see the way Lucerys died, and to see Rhaenyra's, multiple attempts at brokering peace, and everyone sort of advising against it and attacking, specifically Daemon. But the main whole point of Rhaenyra is for some relationship or last thread that she had with Alicent, to repair that friendship all those years. And all that gone in just a meeting, all because Aemon wanted to prove that he had, I don't know, bigger balls, bigger dragon. What's the deal? But I am very, very curious to see how Rhaenyra is gonna, action this now. I mean, we've seen the trailer, we've seen that she says that she wants to win this war. So we know that she's going to win the war, but how are we going to start the episode? That's something I'm very curious about. And no spoilers, but I kind of get a feeling it's going to be about I feel like I'm going to look away in certain parts, but I feel something's going to happen, which I found out when I was watching the lore, back when I was watching Game of Thrones. So I heard a bit of here and there, and I feel that's what is going to be sort of predominantly the main topic in this episode. I don't want to say it before starting the episode, so yeah, that's just where I'm going to leave it at. But those who know. But let's just dive right in to this season. First of all, may I say how excited I am that I went yesterday at this hour. I was heading for Coldplay concert in Budapest. Wonderful concert. Those who are lucky enough to see Coldplay in real time, a blessing, because I was blessed enough to have shared that moment with an amazing band like them, and what an ambience that was. And no sleep, literally the concert finished 10:30, and my flight, I had to check in at 4 a.m. I had no time to sleep at all. So I'm literally running on adrenaline, and ignore if you can see a part of my eye red. I can't see right now, but this morning it was super red. Don't know why I'm sharing this, but I just want to say that come what may, I don't care. House the Dragon rules. And I've been saying that since the trailer release, that when I saw it was June 16th, I knew that I was going to be in Budapest, and I was just like, I have to make sure I am absolutely awake for this, because this is so vital. This is something I've been waiting for since it ended. So let's dive right in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. If you've stumbled upon this video for the first time and you've not checked out my previous videos, I have done Game of Thrones collection, and I have done, of course, House of the Dragon season 1 as well. So again, up to you how you want to really play that, or if you don't, it's all your call. But that's all there just before we all start on this new second journey with the dragons, and with Targaryen team black or the Hightowers team green. So who's gonna, I mean, we kind of know who's gonna kind of win. I mean, we know the lore, but in terms of storytelling, in terms of dialogue, that's what I want to see. I want to see the fire within the team black. So let's just dive right into A Son for a Son, and hopefully it is a phenomenally cracking one. Oh my god, someone's stabbing him at the back. Is that Helena? No, that must be Helena. This is like a tapestry sort of intro. This is so different, new. Is that something is burning? Oh my god, can you see the dragons falling? Huh? Oh my god! Naturally Targaryen. King's Landing. Is that who I think it is? Team Black versus Team Green. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's hope it's fire. Oh, I've missed this tune. Oh my god, this is possibly when Jacaerys has gone to Winterfell. Oh, Jon, look at that.
Duty is sacrifice. It eclipses all things, even blood.
Look at that!
The North owes a great duty to the Seven Kingdoms. Since the days of the first men, we have stood as guardians against the cold and the dark. But my ancestor, Torrhen Stark, began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter. 1 in 10 men from our household was to be chosen to fortify the watch.
Is this Cregan Stark speaking, if he's Torrhen Stark ancestor? Wow, look at that.
It pleases me to think that over a century ago our ancestors treated in this very place.
You at least had the mercy not to threaten me with your dragon.
Ah, important is it not? Right. We can see that animosity between Targaryens and Starks. Like, we understand now why the North don't take too privy to Southerners, at least.
If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys.
Starks did not forget their oaths, my prince.
That I agree.
If my mother is to defend her claim to hold the realm united, she needs an army.
I must say, Jacaerys, your hair looks so good right now. Not like season 1, whatever that was.
Father brought King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne to see the wall.
Oh.
Stood at this very outlook and watched as their dragons, the greatest power in the world, refused to cross it. Do you think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
It's a story of song and ice and fire is what it is.
I have thousands of greybeards who have already seen too many winters.
Greybeards?
If your greybeards can fight, the Queen will have them.
That's the first time. Greybeards?
Like northerners.
Like northerners.
A raven's arrived. Urgent news from Dragonstone.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is that Syrax? Oh no, it's Melis.
We're going to King's Landing.
To what end?
Killing Vhagar. I cannot face that hoary old bitch alone.
Did you just call her hoary old bitch? Oh my god.
Make it a son for a son.
Woo!
She's been gone for days. Too long. She is exposed.
She is grieving. It was a raven that brought me news of Laena's death. It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains that I could begin to mourn her.
Ah, so she's gone back to Storm's End.
Has told Rhaenyra that her son is dead.
Fudge, dude, that's so
She
true.
needs to know it for certain.
She was a fool to go alone.
She's a
What if
mother.
Aemond were to happen upon her?
Then I would pity Aemond.
Oh! Okay, I like that.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished. And Luke would be alive.
Yo.
Fly with me. It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
I'm sorry, David. But did you really? Oh my god, Rhaenyra. Oh my god. Look at her face. It's like filled with ash and like coal or something. It's like she's been riding for days. Is that blood? What else would it be in this world? Are these the Valarian boats? Yep, there we go.
It's a marvel she was able to return from the Stepstones at all.
The ship, you mean? Right.
7 more ships put out to sea this morning to fortify the blockade. And we're not like to have the numbers to cover all that open water.
That they were talking about in that council meeting in season 1. What's the relation between the Hulls and the Valarians?
Delivered this earlier, my lord.
What is that?
I had this commission for Prince Lucerys.
Oh my god.
If it'll please you, much to do.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
Oh.
It was only my duty.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
I like that we're going a little bit in deep into that storyline. Like, I would not have thought about it at all. No offense, Corlys. King's Landing.
Mind your post!
Oh, one of the twin brothers are here.
Dragon!
Dragon? I'm sorry, I'm the Scorpion. So Scorpion was already a thing in this world? Did they make was I known of? Did I know that?
Hold!
That's Vhagar, I can tell from here.
Stand down, it's Vhagar! Stand down!
You lot suck if you can't tell from the wings. Make sure Vhagar doesn't know that you aren't that always just to keep a side of things.
Where is Jaehaerys?
Attending his lessons?
He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
What if he does not want to be king?
Where is he?
The library. I'm afraid.
Don't be. They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
The rats. No, she means something. The rats.
The Queen is an enduring mystery, is she not?
I'm sorry, that was so funny. I'm sorry, Helena. I'm sorry. Fuckwit!
There's a chill in the air.
There's a chill in the air? Are you sure not after that little licky lick?
We're expected at the small council, Your Grace.
You flipping absolute contradictory shits.
We cannot.
But you have.
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, okay. When the time is needed, I shall call for you.
Your Grace?
Good day.
Ah, he smelled it already. I smell something familiar. Forgive me.
Good morrow, my lords. Mother, what news?
Our letters to the Vale and to the...
Oh, the little boy.
My brother is raising the strength of the West to master the Golden Tooth, but we... Yeah, thank you, my prince. That's very helpful. Would someone please...
Is the heir to the throne bothering you, Tyland?
No, not in the least, Your Grace.
Because I think he wants a ride, a pony ride.
Stop it on
Wouldn't that
him.
be fun, Jaehaerys? Should the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
Shut up. He's Joffrey. No, Joffrey is him reincarnated.
Regrettably, the opportunity for surprise has been lost, and with it the chance to end this conflict quickly.
We do have need for a new master of ships. We could offer the title to the young Lord Dalton.
Oh, hello?
The king summoned me.
You do not have a seat at this council.
Aemond is my closest blood and our best sword. I welcome him. The River Lords will either declare for me, or they will meet Vhagar and Sunfire together.
Cowards, as always. Lovely.
You've already demonstrated your might, Your Grace. We must now favor patience and restraint. History and precedent will come to your side.
He doesn't care. It's all like a joke to him. Oh, God.
Tomorrow, Your Grace.
No.
What is it you wish to discuss?
Why do you want to see my feet at this hour?
I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust. They no longer breathe our air. I've chosen your new staff personally.
Does this include Tyler as well? Does she bite her nails or fidget with her nails anymore as she used to? I assume she would have plucked it out. Oh my god. Dragon wing!
Wing!
Dragon! Everyone, calm down! Wow. Oh, feel bad. Already crying, Aishwarya. Oh, Cyrax.
Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and protector of the realm. Hail King Aegon!
Oh, your puppets.
'Tis my flock, a tenth of them taken by the crown on the cusp of winter. If I'd had the time to plan,
We should
perhaps.
return them.
We already made a promise to all the Crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragons for their increased activity and, pray not, eventual fighting.
Ah, that way.
We could just return his sheep. He came all this way. They won't know.
When the king speaks, all hear it.
That is true, though. So are you a king or are you a puppet?
Cannot restore your sheep. If war were to break out, my dragons will require feed. Bring the next.
We rely on ships from Essos for our supply.
He's got his mother's habit.
The Smiths are all proud to support your grace against Rhaenyra. But iron costs have grown. If we could have the crown's coin before we started work, it would bring great relief.
You can see they have abandoned their citizens and they are
You shall be
literally
paid, and paid
working this war.
Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
Tis the hand's want to keep a firm grip on things. You controlled your father the same way. Viserys had a certain reputation as being pliable, as we find ourselves standing within a hair's breadth of war that you would wish to be viewed differently.
Oh my god, Larys is a snake. A snake within a snake.
Otto Hightower was your father's and your grace.
And he wants to be yours. Look at that. Larys Strong making his way up the ladder. Larys Strong being Larys Strong. Just being him is what I'm writing.
Daughter.
Father. Who the this is daughter.
I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end? Rhaenyra bending the knee and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace.
You realize that doesn't happen!
Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond is angry. Rhaenyra's son took his eye and was never punished for it. What he did, however vicious.
The caprice of youth. But he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
And Aegon still heeds me. In private, at least.
Mm.
But if you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
That is also very weirdly true.
I hadn't seen it that way.
Otto Hightower, accepting he's at fault in certain ways.
But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
That is also very true. Like, I don't understand, is Alicent, like, still kind of holding out a little hope that there can still be peace even after everything that's unfolded? Oh, mon Dieu!
How long have you been selling secrets to Otto Hightower?
As long as he had gold to pay for them.
Who sent you fleeing from King's Landing in such disrepair? Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
Ah!
My arrangement with the Hand was purely transactional. I held no loyalty to him. I possess nothing of value to you, Daemon.
So that means he can kill you. Wow, she looks dreadful. God, he doesn't know what to do with.
She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
See, the crown to me is Rhaenyra, so...
A matter of honor. Was it honor that made you stand by and watch as the Hightowers usurped the throne? You and your traitorous twin?
No, my prince.
Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
I reckon I were named to the King's Guard at just 8 and 10. And we swore the same oath.
Yeah, give him time. He is hot-headed right now. She's back. Look at the dragon in the distance! My queen, what's your next move? Oh! Oh my god, this is giving me like a Daenerys.
Did you find what you needed?
That's it. to war. I want to see her face. I love how we've not seen her face, like, right now at the head of the, at the head of the table.
Order to command.
Oh!
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Yes, babe. And you shall receive. I think it's a bit satisfied that thank God she's back in the game with the fire spirit that they are known to be.
A transaction then. Your knowledge in exchange for your freedom.
Whoa, that's something that's valuable to you. I remember you mentioning very highly about it. You look well, darling.
Your Grace. Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale.
Fucking hell.
And Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Oh, Cragen Stark, 2,000 men.
Allery Florent.
Allery Florent. Oh. Oh, Joffrey. Oh, Bella.
Viserys Targaryen.
Is she gonna do one for Viserys?
Viserys Florent.
Doesn't change the fact that this is such a shit show, Alicent. Your son started this. You cannot let that go right now. Like, oh, like, how oblivious can you get? Oh, I don't know why I thought it was going to be Laenor.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the High Towers.
Fuck the High Towers.
Nice, I like that.
Her ghost told me you're a betting man. How deep your debts? I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep.
My ghost tunnels. Great big rat's nest it is.
Oh, the rats.
You're to find and slay the Prince Aemon Targaryen. But I understand he's quite good in a fight. You want to take caution. One half. We'll get the other when it's done.
All right. What if we can't find him?
We would bring the whole of the Crown lands to heal in weeks.
Or mayhaps we could petition the king privately to send us out.
Seems like the actual strategy planning is happening between them two.
And they tell him that a war of dragons can yet be avoided.
It is inevitable. They must see that.
Yeah.
And Alicent is simply angry.
Oh, Alicent.
She blames me for starting this war after she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne. Her Grace speaks with two tongues.
Oh! See, he sees right through it.
And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider. Long ago, she drew Alicent into her web, intoxicated her.
Are you talking about yourself, dick fuck? He's such a weirdo.
Return to your post, Lord Commander. I must have a word with the prince.
You can ask your lady Alicent to put you back into your gear, bibs.
It would concern me, grandson, if plans were being considered beyond the ears of your king and his hands.
I only wish to serve my king and my house.
Not the High Towers, the Targaryen.
You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm. If it wasn't obvious before, it certainly is now. I promise you, Aemond, you will have all the vengeance that you seek, but you must keep a grip on your impulses.
He doesn't like being told what to do. He doesn't like being told what to do, just like how Vhagar did not like to obey Aemon's commands and then just literally killed Viserys. God, they're gonna fail miserably. I wonder, I think this is Daemon's plan to entrap them and see. He's got a plan because he knows there's no way this is gonna work out. Like this guy has a plan with him.
I need to be a symbol for the small folk as well as the nobility.
Wait.
Would always be.
Oh, the bloody cheese!
Keep your eyes
I
down.
need a style that demonstrates power and commands respect.
I didn't realize they're blood and cheese. She said something about the fact that she's scared of the rat. The rats! Oh my god, it's happening. I didn't realize with the dog.
If we're to kill a royal fucking prince, where do you think we're gonna find him?
I got you in the castle. Thought the rest was your bit.
I could end you right here. Take the rest of the gold myself.
I just don't know my way around.
Poor Helena. I feel bad for her. Oh god, I don't think I can watch it. Oh god, this is the scene.
Set a trap.
Did you see the wall art?
For the rats. Who the fuck is she? A son for a son, he said. Over there.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Which one's a boy?
The mother knows.
Which?
Oh god.
She's telling true.
Hold him down.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was so horrifying!
Helena! What's happened? They killed the boy.
I have been over this. I mean, we've been through Game of Thrones. We've been through season 1 of House of the Dragon. Extreme violence. But that unnecessary that sound of cutting through Jaehaerys's neck to give it to Daemon. Wow. It's the fact that we don't get to see it, but then it happens. Like, you know, I know the lore made it a lot more like, oh, it happened quite quick. It kind of did, but that was so tense. I didn't know how to react. When she said that, for a hot second, I thought that's some random child. That's not her son there, because she just gave her son up that quickly. But I think she kind of sort of knew something was gonna happen because of the rats thing, and when she came across it, she knew exactly where to go. And when she went to shock, Alicent and Kristen, you know, apparently the spider got trapped intoxicated and, you know, got caught in his web. That couple of the century. Helena wasn't even faced that that's happening. She gives two shits about that. But then, like, she says they killed the boy. Yeah, they've killed Jaehaerys horrifically. Are you okay, Helena? Because that shit will haunt me for the rest of my days. Even though we've seen Game of Thrones, we have seen worse. That's the thing. We didn't see it. It's the sound. The unnecessary subtitles slicing through flesh. Why? Why? Oh my God. What an intense... And you know, the thing is, there was, you know, the time where Daemon said he wanted Aemon's head. And then Cheese was like, what if it's not Aemon, like, that we can't get to? And then he's like, ugh, fine. I don't care if it's not Aemon, but I need a son. Like, that's it. I don't care which son you get. Just get me a son's head. Fabulous. And when Cheese found the jackpot, 2 of them. Oh my God. Dude, that was intense. Royally intense. For, again, another hot second, I did not even realize that was blood and cheese. Because it was going so good that I literally forgot, you know, that this is called A Son for a Son. Because I was so invested in understanding what the strategy is going to be for the war, that even though I mentioned that this is a son for a son, I'm just like, yeah, this is not going to be that intense in terms of the ending. But then exactly that happened. I should be like, I'm an idiot for thinking that this is not going to end violently, because it did. Of course it will. It's House of the Dragon. What exactly am I expecting in this? Oh my God. But you know, the shit that pisses me off is the way that the way that we see Alicent and Kristen just easily the most pathetic, like, contradicting losers of this world. I don't care if you're an Alicent sympathizer. I used to be one of those times, but she's a grown-up adult for me to not have any sympathy at all towards her. No, I don't care, she said to Lucerys Velaryon during that. Oh, lovely, how sweet of you. Really? Like, for you to have that chat with Kristen when you guys were like, you know, questioning Rhaenyra's virtue, and then all of a sudden here you are stating a honorable Kingsguard person. I just think that, yeah, that's ridiculous, like the way they are, and it's no joke. I feel like they are 2 peas in a pod. They work well with each other, and yeah, they are cute. Oh, and then the start with the Starks. I have to say, the sense of calm of the Starks it's pleasant. It's like, you know, in this spite of horror and war and violence, I think the Starks are a calming yet strong voice. And I love, because we know that the show's called House of the Dragon, but then when you see these beloved houses that come back, and we just get to be back in that world with that music and the wall, all that, like, you know, the accent and there's just the name Stark. I think it's just so, it has such a high, like, in my list of famous favorites for myself. Starks will always be like second best to me. I know it's second, but I just love the Targaryens just because of the dragons. I really do. But the Starks will always have like that calming, and I love them about that. Like, I just think, you know, that little hint of Winterfell, the cold, and again, the accent really worked well with that full starting scene, you know. And I've taken, you know, I don't know if you guys know, I take notes whenever it comes to these shows, so this show specifically. But yeah, we see like Torrhen Stark in like the ancestry about the way that you know, their kind of I can't remember what it was, but something to do with the kind of systems that they uphold and the way that they are today, or like what Winterfell practices, or the Starks practice on a regular basis, which was started by Torrhen Stark himself. And then Cregan Stark spoke about greybeards. I don't know what they are, but they will be an additional, you could say, support to Rhaenyra's claim. And they fight like Northerners, which I assume are like really violent, strong. So I'm looking for that. Then we see the Raven come in, which was absolutely devastating, but it comes nonetheless. Hard to watch, but yeah. And then after that, we see Corlys Velaryon with the blockade, with the ships going back to the blockade of the Gullet and making sure that they, section off that corner. And then we see Alan of Hull, who is the one that saved Corlys from the sea. And I as I said then, I kind of like the fact that we're kind of deep diving into Corlys' side of things, because it's so important to know how he survived that when he was been away for 6 or 7 years at sea. And just after Laenor's death, was Laenor's death, was it? Or Laena? I think it was Laenor's death. And then the fact that he had a dagger almost forged for Lucerys and he's not there. And oh my god, speaking of Lucerys, the entire, I love the way that they really developed a baseline of story, almost trying to say that this is justified, that a son for a son. Like, we see Lucerys, we see how Team Black are grieving. We even see one individual grieving on Team Green side, but then we see Team Black just absolutely devastated, and now they're ready for war. And now Team Green have gotten that kind of notice, excepting Aegon. He is like a shit. So, and then after that, you kind of head straight into the last 10 minutes. Oh my god, like that sound is just horrifying to hear, literally. But then we see, of course, the Scorpion being ready for when the war comes. So they are getting ready. And then after that, we see young Jaehaerys. Well, I say young, but I mean like Jaehaerys, the little one, in the small council, and then gone. They need a new master of ships, the council. And then we could also say the one thing I really enjoyed watching was that entire segment with Aegon and Otto Hightower. I think that was fabulous because we get to see both, like, they're a very fiery character themselves. And yes, Aegon is possibly like a puppet. He never really wanted being a king. He was ready to always leave. But now that he is kind of in this role, I love the fact that we see a different perspective of his, like the way he is acting, the way he is really, even though he's not a king, like he's not acting like one, but he's trying to. That's what I say, is like Joffrey reincarnated, but he's not sadistic like Joffrey, because, and I say it like that because they're all it's all a product of inbreeding. But then you cannot say that with Aegon, because Alicent and Viserys are two separate families, so that's fine. So that's what I'm saying, like Joffrey is like a reincarnation of Aegon in maybe a little bit of mannerisms, like the way he is able to, the more I think of it, the maybe not really as much, but it's just certain instances. Joffrey was pure, just like laughable evil. He just didn't care. Like Aegon, I think you can see he kind of cares for his son, and that's what's gonna set off with the war. Like he's gonna go a hell, like where he would use his dragon. So like say for example, if Joffrey had the ability to control dragons, he would have burnt down every single enemy. That's how Joffrey is, and I think that's what Aegon is too. Now that this has tipped him over with what I assume will be the next news for hearing that his son has just been murdered. Oh my god. Poor Helena. I don't know how she will even process that. Like that. Oh my god, that's insane to hear that. To hear that sound, I think I'm just Lord. Anyway, and then you know that entire Rhaenyra scene, and you know the way she's trying to find the remains, get closure, and then she comes back saying, "I want Aemond Targaryen," and then we see Daemon set off, and then we see, of course, Umandu, the white worm, coming back to Daemon, but then we are hearing her side of the story, and he's still gonna make use of her because of her, you know, like a opportunistic spy kind of trade that she's made. So we're gonna see more of that, I'm pretty sure. And then when Jaehaerys came to meet his mother and said that he is, you know, that he is secured, you know, Jane Arryn and Cregan Stark's like 2,000 men for the war, like, and he's not able to process. Like, imagine the ride back to Dragonstone all the way from Winterfell. Like, I can't even imagine. I wouldn't even like blame him if he made a pit stop to Storm's End before coming back to Dragonstone just to find the remains. If that letter had everything written in it that they couldn't find the remains at Storm's End, then I don't blame, or I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make a journey there before heading back home. Because it's almost like he's tearing up, not for the fact that he's just lost his brother, but the fact that he can't even bring his brother back home to his mother. And I feel like it's kind of making it worse just because he is the older one, and that kind of ton of responsibility he has on his shoulders is already, you know, just, yeah, he was not there to protect him. That's it. I think that's what is going to get him on the edge. And you could see the way he was cradling his youngest brother, Joffrey, and holding him tight, like, I will protect you no matter what, because I couldn't protect my other brother. So it's something like that, like, you know, that feeling of letting his family down. I think that's what's gonna sort of be on top for him in terms of things that he's failed at, in a way. And to also think that Rhaenyra had only one dialogue in this entire episode. Noteworthy that. Her entire character right now in this episode was just her expressions. I don't know, that is quality acting. Like, Emma Darcy, phenomenal. I can't say anything more. Just phenomenal. And I think every single individual needs to win an award in this episode, I feel. Specifically also Helena. I think the actress really I delivered a Helena type of reaction. Now that I think about it, I was just like, yeah, that's so Helena. I feel like she's in shock, but because of the way she is, she's just kind of knows that this is going to happen. And of course, she doesn't know what else to do but go to the one person that she could confide into, and that person is now doing other things. yeah, I feel bad for her, really. And then I mean, we then see the Daemon and Rhaenys conversation where he said you could have ended everything by just killing Aegon then and there, and she had no words for that. Like the way she's been patrolling with Meleys around and around, and you know, oh my God, like you can see Daemon is hot-headed, yeah. But yeah, that was phenomenal. I loved this start. One other thing I did not understand was when we see Alicent lighting those candles, she said Alarie Florent. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Don't think I've heard her name before. But yeah, let me know in the comments. But this was a great start. Honestly, it's been lovely. I enjoyed it. I cannot wait for episode 2. Like, come fast, episode 2. It's too long for me to wait for next Monday. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Let me know down in the comments what else I should be watching next. And what did you guys think of the new intro? Like the whole, you know, hand woven sort of tapestry of the House of the Dragon. Basically, Dance of the Dragons as one big tapestry. I love it. And then we see that inscription on that wall. Not inscription, like that drawing on that wall where I think Vhagar or so I don't know which dragon, but it's literally blowing the King's Landing or something. So I don't know what it is. But we saw Cheese seeing that. So yeah, I think that those are the plans for I don't think King's Landing, sorry, I mean Dragonstone, possibly Dragonstone. But I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen because we know Dragonstone still stands. So what exactly would take place? Let's find out in the next episode. Until then, stay safe and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.